Hey there, welcome to my channel Code Canvas. In this video, we will learn about CSS property background. So, background is one of the most useful CSS property you will use in CSS. The background property in CSS allows you to control the background of any element. It is a shorthand property. That means it allows you to write multiple CSS property in one. Let me show you with an example. Let's say we are creating a body class with a body element with some background. So here you can give background URL that will some image dot jpeg. Okay, with this URL you can define multiple properties, like you can give its position, that is top center, or you can give its size. Okay, also you can define if you want to repeat or not the image. You can also give its attachment if you want to keep it fixed. Also there are few properties like heading box, content box, and the color. So these are the shortened properties that you can give with background color. Sorry for the background, right? So background is made up of 8 different properties. Let me show you which one. Background color, background image, background size, background position, background repeat, background attachment, background origin, and background clip. You can say any combination of these properties you can use, right, in any order you want. But in some cases you need to make sure that the order is correct. For example, here I am using a background color, let's say green, okay, for body. And after that I am defining background with some URL, with some image. Okay, okay, okay. So here the background will be transparent. Why? Because this background property will override this background color. To fix this, you need to change its order. Now, the background URL will be there with background color green. Okay, all right. With this background property, you can use multiple URLs for multiple images. Right? You need to use comma, and here you can give the image as well. So you can use multiple images, and you need to use background repeat, let's say repeat X, and no repeat. Okay, so you can use multiple backgrounds as well. So let's see with practical example. Okay, here let's say I have one div. Okay, let me add it again. I have one div with class square. Okay, and I'm writing some text here so you can see. Okay, so this is a square. With class square, I'm adding few properties like width 200 pixel, height 200 pixel, text align center, okay, font weight bold. These are optionals, but you can use. You can give line height, for example, 12 pm, and background, let's say 333. Okay, and let's see how it looks. Okay, let me change the color so you can see the text. So here I have used background as a property and hash 333 as its value. So when you use background, there are multiple options, there are multiple values you can use. The first is flat color. As you can see here, Hash 333 is hex code, right? You can also use color name, light Rebecca purple, and let's see how it looks. Yeah, you can use color name as well. Also, you can use RGBA value, that is red, green, blue, and alpha. Okay, let's say keep alpha 0.6. It will be an opacity, right? So instead of this color, let me give some value. Let's say 0 comma 129 comma 182. This is the color, and opacity, let's keep it 0.6. You can see the actual opacity. Let me show you how opacity is looking. So 0.6 is the opacity. Here you can see, right? So you can use RBGA value as well with background. Okay, so this was an example for flat color. Okay, apart from this flat color, you can use image like background URL, and in URL some image dot JPEG or PNG, right? And you need to also give background position with image. So let's give it 100 pixel and 0. So this is the example for background with image. Okay. Also, you can use a background with um, after element, the pseudo element. How? So here you can give after content will be blank, a background with some URL. Okay. Height, you can say 200 pixel, width 200 pixel, and display block. So you can give image as a pseudo element as well using before and after. Okay, so this is example with image. Okay, the third one is you can use is let me show you. Let me remove this. Yeah. Okay, you can use a background as linear gradient. So linear gradient, let's say white 50%, comma black 50%. Okay, let's see what it looks. Yeah, so it looks like the white 50% and black 50%. Okay, you can also define background size with it. Let's say 100% is 50 pixel, and see how it looks. So this is how it's looking. Okay, so this is a linear gradient. Okay, so you can also change. Let me remove. You don't want to give the size. With linear gradient, you can give two top, white, black, and see. Yeah, you can see the gradient. The first portion is white, and the top portion is black. So this is a nice example of linear gradient. Okay, you can also use radial. Let me show you. So background radial gradient, and here you can give the values 70% space 40%, for example, comma black, comma white. See how it looks. Yeah. So you can see the radial gradient is applying like this. Let me change it to 80. Yeah. So this is looking good. So you can use radial gradient as well. And the next you can use with background is stripped. For that you need to use linear gradient as I showed you before. White 50%, comma black 50%. It will be a stripped. So you can use a strip value as well with background. Yeah, right. So with linear gradient, white 50% and black 50%. Right. So you can also repeat the background like let me show you background size with 100% and it will repeat the background. Right. As you can see, it is repeating the background. So, as I told you that you can use background property with multiple background properties, and if you don't want to use any background, then it will take the default properties. Right. All right. That's all for this video, guys. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or any comments, you can leave your comments below. And that's all. Thank you.